You know, if you see what you do as something worth doing, see? Maybe it's a contribution to other people, or the planet, or your environment, or whatever. You know? See, you go, hey, I want this to occur. See, I want this to occur. I want them to get this benefit, or what, you know, whatever it is, right? Yeah. See, I want this thing to change. I want the paths to be smooth. What are you gonna say? I want this to occur. See, my environment, my life, my self-esteem, all going to be enhanced doing this. I want to do it, and you can enjoy doing it. This relationship to not enjoying what you do really sucks. I told you the story. No, I don't think I did. I might have written it down. I don't know.
I haven't heard
Post
it.
office?
I haven't heard it here yet.
Okay. Once I was standing in the post office, you know, in a long time ago. And I was watching us in a little line there. And I was watching one of the postal people behind the counter there. There's more than one. And I was watching this person suffering. There's a clock up there. See? It's that clock, right? It's a big clock. You know, I don't know how many times he looked at the goddamn clock while I was waiting in line. And I say about that, you couldn't pay me enough money to do that. That is nothing but suffering. You know, 8 hours a day. Probably 7 hours a day, you know, take lunch break and like that, right? But I don't know if they enjoy themselves on lunch. It's like, oh, I got to go back to work. Oh, I'm going back to work. I don't know. You know, it just sucked. You know what I'm saying? It was wall-to-wall suffering. The tick, tick, tick. Yes, come on. That's not the way to go. On the other hand, given the postal worker decided to be a masterful postal worker, you know, do the job, get it done with excellence, you know, boom, 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 handle it, etc. Oh, it's time to go? Okay. You know how that works? See? Because they're now, life is in the work. They're doing the work. They're happy to do the work. They're proud of what they're doing. Time flies. You've noticed that, haven't you? Like when you're really into something and pretty soon it's like, oh fuck, you know, time flies. So in one case, life is enhanced. He's enjoying his work. He's doing excellent work. And it goes by quickly. The other one, he just suffers all day long and does bad work to boot. Put that stamp on. It's crooked, you know. Come on. Straighten out your stamp there. Are we getting in a little?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll do some more. I'm sure I wrote about this one, right? The dishwashing.
Not this round. What'd you tell her?
I heard it before somewhere.
Yeah, I think I wrote it down somewhere. But when I was in sophomore in college, I had a dishwashing job at a restaurant. That's a restaurant, chain restaurant, a chain restaurant. You know what a chain? In other words, there's more than one of them. Okay, yeah, spread around the country. Okay, and I was in the back and I washed dishes. Now I was a college kid. Hey, washing dishes, that's beneath me. I'm smart. You know. And a lot of the people are not that bright. See, so I felt superior. I was beneath me. I didn't like doing it. Plus, in addition to that, see, I had to work the night shift because I went to school. And so I'm working late, like afternoon to midnight or something, 11 or something like that. And then I would drive home on my motorcycle, crappy Italian piece of shit. And that's true. I broke down all the time, And I had my little brother's plastic football helmet. Is a toy football helmet. That wouldn't have saved my head for shit, if I crashed. But I was trying to keep my head warmer because it was freezing. Anyway, at night, and I went to a disgusting apartment that I could afford, and that was shared with a friend. And I had to get up to be at a class at 7 a.m. in the morning, of psychology class, in which I got an A++. I did. Okay, anyway. So, I didn't get a lot of sleep. So I go home and I'm dirty and filthy. You wash dishes for like whatever that was, 8 hours or something like that, and you smell like shit, and you got greasy, and it's not that good feeling. I go to bed, but I did notice that I go to bed and I didn't sleep well because I was greasy, and so it's like I didn't sleep well. So in any case, I at some point. I held my feet to the fire and I said, okay, Ralston, quit the fucking job or shut the fuck up. But no, I need the money to live and to go to school and shit like that. Okay, then find another job. Yeah, I can't find another job. Okay, well, what are you going to do here? Shit or get off the pot? That's an American saying. Shit or get off the pot. Okay, you know what the pot is, right? Okay. So I told me what for. Okay. So I said, okay. Okay, I see your point, Ralston. Thank you, Ralston. So I said, okay, all right. I am going to do this job. And if I'm going to do a fucking job, I'm going to do it well. I'm going to master it. Otherwise, why waste my time? So I began mastering dishwashing. There's machines there. See, they got this metal thing, and the guys, the bus boys, they bring trays full of dishes and shit, right? And then you've got these boxes, with whole wired boxes, kind of like you put cups here and glasses here, and then these things, silverware there, plates in these racks, right? Plates in the racks, knives, like that, food, garbage. That was over here. Okay, like that. And I would just go like that, right? And I challenged the busboys, bring me a tray faster than I can clean it out of here. So it made it a game, which I always like to do too. It's always good to get the other. Okay, anyway. In any case, so I do that. See, and they couldn't move as fast as me. And I even challenged the morning people, because as a night person, dishwashers. See who's the best. Okay, who's the best dishwasher? So it improved them. It improved me. I was the best, so I was good. All right, so I was proud of that. And and I'm not wasting my time. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm actually having a pretty good time. And the manager had to berate the busboys because they were moving too fast and disturbing stuff out in the restaurant, see? And, like grabbing plates off his people's like that because they wanted to try to, stump me. Yeah, anyway. See, and then, was that all? No. I got really good at that. And then, see, that whole place was a pigsty. years, like it has that wood slat thing, it's like wood slats on the floor on cement. See, so we're standing in wood slats, right? But the grease and it's like, I took those out back after work, cleaned them, cleaned the bottom. It was spotless. I cleaned all the metal, which, there was a lot of it, because it's a big kind of industry thing. Cleaned all the metal so it was spotless. I opened up the dishwashing machine, took the parts out, which I was supposed to do. I mean, it's not, I wasn't being too radical. I was supposed to, okay, and cleaned them out, see, and laid them out on the thing, and yeah, it was clean, it was spotless, everything was spotless and clean. Then I went home. And of course, after I do that a little while, it doesn't take as long. But still, I would stay over. See? I would stay later than I had to stay to make sure everything was done with excellence and done well. And that was more invigorating and that was more powerful clearly than before. I mean, just so clearly different life. The manager, I mean, they're closing up, right? Everybody's kicked out. The manager's still there. I'm still cleaning up. He says, you can go home. I said, no, not yet. He says, well, you can leave a whole bus tray for the morning person. I said, no. And he would even be bugged. He'd bring because his office was around the corner. He'd bring like his cup of coffee there and set it on the table. I'd clean it. He says, you don't have to do that. I said, I know. But I do, okay? In any case, the experience of the one and the other was just like night and day. See, so when I got back to my little apartment, it was a little later, and I would take a shower. I slept better. The whole experience was better. By far. It actually became something I look back fondly on, you see? Something that's like, yes, I did that.
Hi, I'm Brendan Lee, and I've been studying with Peter Ralston for 20 years. I really want you to know that no matter how many videos you watch or books you read, it pales in comparison to the power of the live workshops that we host here at the center or on Zoom. If you want to get serious and do work that makes a real difference, please check the links in the description to learn more. Thank you.